Hi, my name is Melissa and I'm epileptic. Epilepsy is a brain disorder that causes you to have seizures. It's almost like your brain is getting electrocuted. Your brain reboots itself and makes you black out. I sometimes forget my entire day and even who I am after having a seizure. I was first diagnosed with epilepsy when I was 8. I was having seizure after seizure. My mom took me to the doctor and they said I had a sinus infection. So I took the medication prescribed until my seizures were getting worse. Now that she can no longer trust a medical doctor, she took me to see a witch doctor. I can only remember fragments of visiting a witch doctor. She would light up a cigarette and constantly blow the smoke into my face. She would crack eggs onto my head and sweep my face with these small branches. Eventually, my seizures continued getting worse, so my mom began thinking that God was punishing her for bringing me to a witch doctor. My dad took me to another doctor who also said I had a sinus infection, but my dad knew that was bullshit. So he took me to the children's hospital and I stayed there for days, but I don't remember much of it. I had a hard time going back to school. I was embarrassed of being epileptic because kids don't really understand and I barely understood what was happening. I also just didn't want to be scaring people like some possessed monster. I felt like something was wrong with me. It was an ugly feeling, so I was embarrassed of myself. I couldn't accept myself. My embarrassment about my illness only grew stronger. It started to transform into depression, and I was angry at everything. I decided that I should hurt myself. I didn't want to be in this world anymore. There were just so many things that were in my head, so many fears that I had. Just losing control of your own body and not knowing if I'm going to have a seizure today is terrifying. I just wanted to end it. I wanted to feel physical pain rather than emotional pain. Even though there's no cure for epilepsy, eventually some people are lucky enough to no longer need medication and still be seizure-free. I was given the opportunity to stop taking my meds, which I was very excited about because I was thinking I could finally live a normal life. I could actually get a driver's license. But after a day or so of not taking medication, my seizures came back. I even had a seizure where I was actually conscious and I fell to the ground and my body was shaking. I could not control it. That was the first time I had a seizure while being conscious, so it was terrifying. I felt really upset with myself, upset with my body. It really got to me, and I continued wanting to kill myself. I would purposely put myself into danger because I just didn't care about myself. I was just so depressed. When I hit my lowest point, I was really stressed out, I was really depressed, and I just couldn't handle much anymore. I called my boyfriend and apologized to him. I told him that I loved him and that he would be better off without me. And then I took a handful of anti-seizure medication. Then I was taken to the hospital, and after that I was taken to a mental institution. It was a really interesting experience. When I got there, I was really upset. I was all alone. I didn't know anyone. I didn't want to talk to anyone. I just remember being locked up in a room, looking out the window and thinking, how am I going to break out of this place? It felt like I was in a prison. I ended up actually making friends there, and I felt like people really understood me. They were so accepting. I really didn't feel so alone anymore. Even though I made good friends and learned a lot from being there, I still never want to go back there. Not long after that, I lost my medical insurance, so I was having panic attacks because I cannot live without my medication. The thought of me having seizure after seizure was just terrifying. I was told by a friend to try some CBD drops. So I went to a dispensary and got this vial of CBD oil. It really did help me with my seizures and also my anxiety. I was able to control my emotions. Now I am medicating with anti-seizure medication and medical marijuana. That has helped me in many forms because it not only helps me control my seizures better, but it also helps me with my bipolar depression. I feel so much better mentally. I just completely changed into someone different. I am now okay with telling people that I'm epileptic. I feel like I have accepted myself. I want to spread epilepsy awareness because not many people know what epilepsy is. I also want to spread the awareness of the usage of medical marijuana and how it helps medically in different ways. I still struggle here and there, but I don't feel like I'm hiding.